I don't, it's a car of questionable origin. There's gonna be all kinds of weird stuff on here. Hello, welcome to Leadfoot, and today it's Felix in the shop, the 2000 V6 Mustang. Okay. It's a little better. That wasn't it. What we've got is a weird noise when we turn the steering wheel. And yeah, it's not constant, so probably not steering pump. Probably not. My best guess is ball joints. As you can see, the rubber boots are kind of wasting away. Wouldn't surprise me if these were original parts. They might not be. I don't know. They might have been replaced. Either way, they're not greasable joints, so I can't try that real quick. Gonna have to just pull them out. Now, what I see everywhere, how to replace them, is to pull the knuckle off of the strut, pull the tie rod off of that, and then separate it, and then use a C-clamp, sort of a C-clamp. There's special kits, they're just not sophisticated, to push the ball joint out. I am not partial to this plan. After all, I did just rebuild an arbor press, so I'm kind of anxious to try that out. So what we're gonna do instead, I'm following the instructions for removing a control arm. We've got 2 bolts onto the body, and of course the connection to the knuckle and our sway bar. That's a little less taken apart and less of me worrying that the alignment gets thrown out of whack. Once we've separated the knuckle from the ball joint and 2 bolts in the back, we will then disconnect the sway bar and link on both sides, why not? And then we should be able to drop the whole control arm free, releasing this spring. I haven't done this before. I'm learning as I go, kind of like you. Just bringing you along on this journey. So, tools. Now, when you embark on the endeavor of separating the ball joint from the steering knuckle, it's quite a tight fit after so long being connected there. You could just look around and improvise and just kind of whack it off, and just do that, and it might work. What is far more likely is you will spend an hour doing this, then get frustrated, give up, take your second vehicle over to the hardware store, and purchase the correct tool for the job. Right, so what you saw on B-roll with the floor jack worked, just not the time I was shooting. Maybe this camera angle might work. So from this angle, you can take a look that we did separate, and now it is pushing up against the nut there, which is not a castle nut. That concerns me. Basically just hammered the pickle fork in until it wouldn't anymore, and then I got the jack underneath and oh! It worked, yeah. What is my next step? I wrote this down. Leave the nut on there. Loosen the control arm nut. Oh, the one's in there. So, inboard, we have 2 nuts on the control arms that I've already put some penetrating oil on. So, hopefully, should be ready to come loose. Okay. Up next is removing the nut holding our sway bar link on. That's a 15. It's going to be a really deep wall socket. I am loosening. Okay. Oh, one's just a breeze. And that's that one. Okay. Oh, there we go. All right. And, oh, the bushing. Oh, the bushing is like fused in there. Hey! Yeah, there we go. Next, I think we are going to take our floor jack, put it underneath the control arm, and support it so that all the tension is off. Wait, no. I want to undo the control arm nuts first. Yeah, that's the thing. Both the control arm nuts are off. And I'll wheel in this jack. And it's going to come down a little bit. Jeez. It's going to prop up the control arm so that there's no tension on these bolts, and they just slide right out. Where did I put the nuts? Yes. Maybe. Okay, time for a few things they don't tell you in the book. The left side, well, the rearward bolt, trying to pull that out, that is obstructed by this bolt, which keeps the K-member connected to the subframe, or whatever. It's structural. Fortunately, there's another one that seems to do a redundant job, so yeah, I mean, maybe they did know what they were doing a little bit. The other one, which I put over there and I can't reach, that is obstructed by the steering rack. So, don't have to disassemble the whole rack or your tie rods or anything. There are two nuts on the front, and then very difficult to reach bolts on the back, towards the back, through the K-member, or cross front, whatever, cross member here. You need to somehow get a hold of those rear ones with probably a socket, and then that was a 15 bolt, and then 19 millimeter nuts up front. Those come loose, and then the whole rack slides on its bushings until you can finally get that bolt out. It wasn't in any book. Anyway, this is now under tension. The spring is under tension right here and supported by the jack. So nothing should be holding the end of that control arm as we come down. Oh, I'm scared. I'm so scared. Whoa, okay. Okay, now. Oh. Right, that happens. Ah! Okay. The spring is down. That's, yeah. That terrified me. We'll just continue. We'll finish undoing the nut that holds the ball joint to the knuckle, and this whole thing should come free. Should. Yeah. Okay. Yep. This should all. Oh. Okay. Oh. What's it caught on? Let's have it land on something relatively soft. Okay. Oh. Aha! See, I told you it'd work. Looking at this now, we've got, that's a lot of play. It's more than I'd like. There's no up and down, but it's certainly more than we want. So, we'll move it over to the arbor press, and we'll just pop that guy out. And you know what? I think the spring's just gonna stay there. Which, yay, I don't have to figure out which direction it goes later. Hey! Okay, I hope that's in frame. Here is a ball joint press kit. It has the C-clamp thing, and this is made in China apparently. Why do we need to advertise that? Let's put that upside down. We are not going to use this. Instead, I'm going to use that arbor press that's right behind camera A. This right here is our new ball joint. Comes with other things in the box. And I need to find the thing that will push it out. That looks promising, but it's closed end. Let's look at this guy. Too big. That. Yeah. Okay. Oh, right, and probably gonna be this guy, but that to drop it into on the bottom. So it'll make sense at some point. All right, you join me over at the arbor press, and we've got one cup underneath pushing on the control arm. We've got one cup on top pushing on the ball joint. Our ramrod going all the way up to this 12-ton jack, and got the C-stand supporting the other end of the arm, so I don't have to. I can just be a chicken shit and hope this works. Ooh. Okay. What happened was I broke the weld on the shaft. Okay. That's enough of that experiment. I need whatever f***ing socket this is. All right, you joined me the following day, and what I haven't filmed was about 2 hours of me cussing and fuming, spitting, trying to get that off. No. I think it might have been this. I was not prepared for a retaining ring. If this is what it was, I will be furious. If it's not what it was, I'm still furious because this has been... I put my entire weight on the breaker bar. It turned into more of a bender bar. So, I mean, that's why I've got it lashed to the fence post here. So, this gone, I'm gonna try again. And if it doesn't work, I'm buying a new control arm. Back it up. Well, that's roughly where I was. I wonder if a pry bar is the answer now. Well, that's disappointing. Well, now I don't know if it was this ring or if the cup I was using was just coming up against the control arm surface. Hard to tell. Either way, it is out now. Time to clean up inside there. And since I've already got it lashed to the fence post, might as well use that for my leverage. Should go smoother, no guarantees though. This might have a special place in my museum of automotive hellscapes. Oh, it's much better. Maybe one more quarter turn, maybe. Ooh, might be it. Well, hey, there we go. Right. Now, this is in its happy. I've also installed the rubber boot that will contain the grease that we will inject later. So I've already done the other side for two reasons. One, it's so I know what to do on this side, and two, I look like less of a fool. Using the assistance of the jack, we'll bring the outboard side up towards the steering knuckle. Then again, using the jack and a bit of motivational force, we will line up the coil spring and the inboard connections. Then it's a matter of prying until the holes line up, slot those bolts in, secure the nuts on the opposite side, and then from there we can get our sway bar back in position, install the grease fitting on the underside, and secure the castle nut onto the ball joint stem. Cotter pin then goes in, and that's the replacement of a ball joint without disconnecting from the strut. Ooh. I have no idea if this will be an effective remedy, so I'll probably follow up later. And that's it. That's this all done. Or at least it will be. I hope so. If you're watching this video, that means I finished and was successful. Man, it was an interesting 2 days. It's about to be. I mean, it's about to be done. Done with an interesting couple of days. Click some links over there. Watch more of my stuff. Check out my streams too. I stream now. I'm one of those.